Ithorian space. The pocket of space boasts a view of the planet Ithor. The planet's native Ithorians hold their sprawling jungle sacred and prohibit hunting. So Hintaro is the... We've got a little side encounter. You arrive at the modular container that has been repurposed as a recreation room for the crew of the Freedom Fighter. Ares Jin, Kale Thrandon, and Buuren Kasal are already seated around a table consisting of a scored sheet of Y-wing plating set on top of a battered crate. Commander Jin is just rising to leave. "Can I convince you to stay for another game, Commander?" Kale says. Ares shakes his head. "No. I prefer if my entertainment pretends I'm in control of my own fate." "They don't play Hintaro at the academy?" Ares bristles. "No. Cadets aren't allowed to gamble. No one risks a reprimand for anything less than sabacc." He rubs his chin, mouth set in a contemplative frown, perhaps recalling some time he risked reprimand and lost. "Now, if you'll excuse me..." You enter the rec room and sit down across the table from Kale and Biron. A set of chance cubes sit in the middle of the table, meticulously arranged into a pyramid. "You know Hintaro?" he asks. So he can say "not really" or "I prefer sabacc." What do you think? "Not really." Biron passes 2 chance cubes to each player, himself included, and explains the rules. You roll, you wager, and then you can roll again if you don't like your odds against everyone else's results. After each player has re-rolled, a final chance cube, the Hintaron, is rolled to determine the winner. So, everyone antes into the pot, and chance cubes are rolled. Kale rolls a low Koro, showing only 2 hits. Buuren, however, rolls a solid Takar with surge hit. Deciding he doesn't like his odds, Kale folds while Biron raises the stakes. So we each roll 2 blue die. And then after re-rolling, we can re-roll 1.
After rolling, you can re-roll 1?
Yeah. So you have 3 in the surge.
I think she's good.
Okay. So you have 2 rolls in the surge.
I'll keep that.
I've just got 2 surges. And 2 in a surge. And then we roll a white die now. So -1 damage. So the player with the most surge results has the high roll. The player with the most hits results wins ties. So you actually win. So we won 50 credits off of Buuren and Kale. So you play Hintaro long into the night, taking a few pots and losing others. By the time fatigue starts setting in, you're doing well enough that both Kale and Biron have nearly run out of credits to bet. Kale is resigned to his fate, but Buuren, with quiet fervor, is not ready to give up. "One moment," he says, rising and leaving the room. A few minutes later, he returns with a sealed case. Faded lettering on it reads, "Adrenal implant." "Where in the rim did you get that?" Kale asks. "It's been in my cargo hold for years. The whippet that hired me to smuggle it out of the corporate sector never paid up." He looks over to you. "That was before my rebel days. So what do you say? Double or nothing? Our only option is your own." Okay, Biron rolls. His dice show a mediocre result with surge hit. He looks unhappy with the result. He looks to you. It is your turn to decide if you wish to re-roll one of your own dice before you must choose. Each hero rolls 2 blue die. After rolling, you may re-roll. Okay, so once again. My goodness, you have 4 hits.
We're looking for surges. We're looking for
Most surges, yeah. So you can re-roll if you want. You can re-roll one of them.
But it says hits break ties.
Yes. So you want to have at least one surge. Okay. So you've got a surge and 2 hits. Okay, now Diala.
It's a surge and a hit. I'm gonna re-roll the hit.
Okay. So tied. Okay, I got 3 hits. 3 hits. Fenn got 2 surges and the hit. Okay. Not liking his odds, even against the Hintaran alone. Biron takes one of his dice. Here we go. He re-rolls and receives 2 hits, leaving him with the stronger 2 hits and the surge. So roll 1 white die. Got nothing. Player with the most results. Okay, so Fenn wins. He's got 2. Callie lets out a barking chuckle. It's about time someone beat you at this, he says, clapping Biron on the back. Biron looks sheepish, but pushes the adrenal implant across the table at you. Fair and square, he says. Pleasure doing business with you. So we received the adrenal implant reward card. So you can exhaust it after resting to become focused. Would you like this?
No, it goes to whoever won, doesn't it?
Oh, I guess that's true. Okay. Although I think we could just
of course
trade.
it goes to the junkie.
So we can do an ally encounter. And maybe try to recruit somebody. Let's see who's on Devarin. Han Solo is on Devarin. Chewbacca is on Nershada. Who would you like to?
Han would probably be better, no? Or does Chewbacca know about like carrying ships and all that stuff?
Chewbacca I think is more strength based.
Okay.
Okay, we'll do Chewbacca.
Did I say more better?
Yeah.
Forget that.
So Command wants you to accompany Han Solo and Chewbacca to a negotiation on Nar Shaddaa. You wait aboard the Millennium Falcon while Han Solo deals with a local informant outside the ship. When Solo comes back aboard, his Wookiee co-pilot, Chewbacca, gives an irritable growl. I told you, Drem won't deal with us if you come along. We're lucky he's talking to us at all after that stunt you pulled last time. The smuggler swivels toward you. You should probably stay here too. Drem gets anxious around unfamiliar faces. And we're already asking him to lose a bunch of hyperdrive modules. Stay here? Then why did we even come? Someone at Command wants to keep an eye on me, I guess. But I work better on my own. Chewbacca voices what you think is disagreement. Solo leaves you alone on the Falcon with Chewbacca. The Wookiee is sulking, elbow deep in one of the ship's maintenance crawl spaces. So we can say, not what you were hoping for, huh? How's being a rebel treating you? Or can I interest you in a game of Djarik?
Would not challenge a Wookiee to a game.
What do you think, rebel or not hoping? Let's see, how's being a rebel treat you? Chewbacca makes a series of truncated warbles. You get the feeling he's brushing off your inquiries. What are you working on? Chewbacca doesn't dignify that with an answer. Probably didn't hear you. Probably. Alright. Can I interest you in a game of Djarik? Chewbacca perks up at the mention of the game. You have a brief moment to think you may have made a connection before the grinding of metal on metal fills the room. You follow Chewbacca down the Falcon's ramp. Buzz droids swarm over the ship, saw blades whirring and fusion cutters firecracker bright. Chewbacca blasts one, and several droids break off and leap toward you and the Wookiee. We can fight off the droids, observe the droids' tactics, or look for a way to disable them. I think if we try to disable them, it's going to be tech.
Whose tech? Anyone's tech? Everyone's tech?
Probably everyone's. Fighting them off would probably be strength, I'm assuming. Should we just do maybe disable? Observe might be focus. Let's try observe. Yep, it's focus. Okay, so everybody tests the eye, but we have good odds. It's the best one that we could do. So blue and a green for you. Blue and a green for Fenn.
Nothing for Fenn.
One surge for Fenn.
I need a yellow.
Okay, 3. 6. Wow, that's pretty good. You take out a few of the closest droids, but it's clear that trying to take them down one by one is an uphill battle. The droids act in precise concert, more like a single entity than a swarm of smaller ones. That's much cleverer than buzz droids usually are. Someone is giving them commands. You scan the docking bay, looking for a sign of other assailants, and spot a figure in an armored cloak crouched on a high-maintenance catwalk. You point the figure out to Chewbacca just as the figure realizes he's been seen and starts to run. Pursue. Oh, now we've got to do might regardless. So might checks. 1 for Fenn. 2, 4. Ooh, you got pretty lucky on these. You power through, circling part of the Falcon's berth before swerving into a utility quarter running alongside the spaceport's base. You can see the attacker in the distance, and you're closing in. You are mere meters apart when he spins and lobs a shock grenade at you. We can go faster, or we can try and knock the grenade away. I'd say maybe knock it away.
Really?
I don't know. Go faster.
He's only a few meters away.
Yeah, go faster might be a might.
And what would knock it away?
I would hope it'd be focus.
I think so.
I don't know. What do you think? Okay, let's try knocking it away. I want to be cool. Yep, it is focus. Ooh.
It's 1.
Okay, 2 surges. What do we
3.
got? 3. So 3. You can only dive for cover before the grenade goes off. The crackling detonation makes your hair stand on end, but otherwise you are unscathed. You leap back to your feet, but the attacker is far down the corridor. Catching him doesn't seem likely, at least, not until a wall of fur rockets out of an adjoining corridor and slams him against a wall. Chewbacca lifts the dazed attacker by his shoulders, teeth bared, growling. The attacker struggles to hold up his hands in surrender. I give. Who are you? Bounty hunter. Your friend Captain Solo owes Jabba the Hutt some money. Chewbacca grips the bounty hunter and shakes him, snarling all the while. I got it. I don't plan to collect. Too dangerous for what Jabba's paying. Chewbacca takes the jury-rigged droid collar the bounty hunter has been using to control the buzz droids. The Wookiee makes eye contact with the bounty hunter, then smashes the collar against the wall. The bounty hunter nods quickly, getting the message. When Chewbacca lets him go, he runs faster than when you were chasing him. You return to the Falcon. Your quick reaction saved the Falcon from even superficial damage, and you just have a few cuts and scrapes. It's another hour before Solo returns. He slows his swagger as he passes by the pile of wrecked droids. You just couldn't keep yourself out of trouble, could you? Solo's attention is directed at the Falcon, and he answers you as if unenthusiastically reading from a script. One of Drem's freighters is going to make a navigational error in a few days. Everything's set. Apparently satisfied that his ship is still in one piece, Solo relaxes his shoulders and tosses another glance at Chewbacca. And you said there was going to be trouble. As Solo disappears up the Falcon's ramp, Chewbacca nods at you in approval. He's clearly impressed. You've never impressed a Wookiee before. So we can now use Chewbacca as an ally for the next 2 missions.